Hello friends, welcome to the Tomato Blues Kitchen. Today we are going to see how to make some delicious mushroom dum biryani. I am also sharing some tips and tricks for biryani making, so please do watch the video till the end. In case you have not subscribed to our channel, do subscribe and also press the bell button for regular recipe updates. Now come on, let's get started. For practical purposes, I am breaking down this video into different steps. The first step in making mushroom dum biryani is to soak the rice. I am using 1 cup of basmati rice today and I am going to be washing this till the water runs clear. For video purposes, I am doing it on the table, but please do this under running water. Once you have washed the rice and the water is clear, let's drain all the water, and now I'm going to be adding 4 cups of water and I'm going to soak this rice for about 20 to 30 minutes. 20 minutes is the ideal soaking time. In the meanwhile, let's get the marinade started. We are going to marinate our mushrooms. For that, we will be taking 1 tablespoon chopped ginger, 3 green chilies and 5 to 6 garlic cloves. We are going to pound this to a coarse paste in a mortar and pestle. My garlic cloves are quite big. In case yours are small, please do use 7 to 8 garlic cloves. Now this is done. I'm going to add half a cup of smoothly whisked fresh yogurt to a bowl and then the pounded green chili, garlic and ginger mixture. To this we are going to be adding some spice powders along with the salt. I'm adding 1 teaspoon garam masala, 1 teaspoon turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon red chili powder, 1 teaspoon dhania powder. And then I'm adding 1 teaspoon of kevra water, that is pandan leaf extract. This is a very important flavor agent in any biryani, so don't skip this. Now give this a good mix and this is going to be our marinade. We are going to marinate our mushrooms in this mixture for 20 minutes and we're going to make it sit in the fridge. Now it's mixed well. I'm going to be adding 220 grams of sliced white button mushrooms. Make sure you clean them and then slice them before adding it to the marinade. Now mix this well and we are going to rest it in the fridge for about 20 to 25 minutes. Do not let them sit out for very long because mushrooms release water and then the biryani will turn very soggy. So now this is done. I've mixed it really well. Make sure that the marinade coats the mushrooms well. We'll close it and we'll put it in the fridge for 20 minutes. Now we will get on to the next one. The next step is to slice and keep ready 3 whole onions. We are going to caramelize these onions to add to the biryani later. Now the next one would be to cook the rice. I've taken about 4 cups of water in a big pan. I'm adding 1 bay leaf and then I'm adding 1 clove, 1 green cardamom and 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm adding the spices in the water in which we are going to cook the rice. This is to infuse the flavors into the rice. Now I'm adding the soaked rice which is being drained into this water and we are going to cook this rice for about 6 to 7 minutes till it is 80% done. We are not going to cook the rice completely. If you cook the rice completely, later when we cook this under dum, it will get soggy and mushy. So the rice must only be 80% cooked. When you smash it within your fingers, it should smash, but then there should be a slight crunch to it. Now this is the right texture or the right stage at which you have to remove your rice. Now I have drained the rice in a colander and we are going to set this aside. Do not forget to discard the bay leaf and other spices with which you cook the rice. Now the next step is to caramelize the onions. You can also deep fry the onions, but I did not want to deep fry today, so I am just frying them on a pan. I have heated about 1 tablespoon of oil and then I am adding sliced onions, which is about 2 cups of onions. Now I am going to be tossing this well and somewhere in between I am going to be adding some salt and sugar for quick cooking and caramelizing the onions. So now I am adding salt and 1 teaspoon of sugar. And then we'll give it a good mix and we're going to cook this on medium flame till the onions turn brown and golden. If you deep fry it, the onions will be super crunchy, but I did not want to do this because of health factor. This is how it looks after it's done. The next step is making the saffron milk. To make the saffron milk, I'm heating about 3 tablespoons of milk in a pan. And once the milk is hot, I'm going to transfer it to a cup and I'm going to add a few strands of saffron. We are going to let this sit till we layer the biryani. By then, the saffron flavor would have infused well into the milk. Now the next step is to fry the nuts and raisins. We are using cashew nuts today. I've heated 2 teaspoons of ghee in a pan and I'm adding 12 broken cashews. We are going to fry the cashews till they turn a little light golden brown And when they turn a light golden brown, I'm also going to be adding the raisins. I'm using about 2 tablespoons of raisins today. Now give this a good mix and let's wait for the raisins to plump up. Make sure that you do this on low flame, otherwise the nuts and raisins burn very quickly. The raisins have puffed up and the cashews are golden. Let's now drain them. Now we will get on to cooking our gravy. For this I've added 1 tablespoon oil and 1 tablespoon ghee in a pan. Now I'm adding 1 bay leaf, 1 star anise, 1 mace, 2 green cardamoms, 2 cloves, and 1 small piece cinnamon. Now once the spices pop, I'm going to be adding 1 onion finely chopped. Now I'm going to be frying this along with some finely chopped mint leaves. I'm using 10 mint leaves which has been finely chopped today. This gives a really good flavor to your dum biryani. So the more the mint you add, the better your biryani is. But also make sure that the mint must not overpower your biryani. Now the onions have cooked. I'm going to be adding the marinated mushrooms. Now comes the tricky part. If you can see, the mushrooms have released some water. So you have to be a little patient and cook this gravy for about 7 to 8 minutes on medium flame, making sure that all the moisture has gone away and the gravy resembles a thick curry kind of a gravy. Now this takes about 7 to 8 minutes like I said. The gravy will release a little bit water while you cook, but do not be scared. If you can see, the oil has separated and the gravy has also reduced now. So this is the correct consistency. The next part is layering the biryani. To avoid the rice sticking to the bottom, I have greased a pressure pan and then I'm going to start layering. I'm adding half the cooked rice first and then we're going to spread this evenly. The next step would be adding half of the prepared mushroom gravy. Again, we will add this and we will spread it evenly. While you do the layering, please make sure that you handle the rice gently and try not to break the grains because separate long grains in a biryani looks really nice. So now that the gravy has been spread really well, we will work on with our other layers. Now I'm adding about 2 tablespoons each coriander leaves and mint leaves chopped finely. I'm adding half of it here. This will be our first layer. Whatever I'm doing here is the first layer. I'll be doing the second layer in a similar fashion. Next, I'm adding half the fried onions. Similarly, we are going to spread the onions evenly. So this is how it looks. And then next we are going to be adding the nuts and raisins. Again, half of the fried nuts and raisins. Spread them evenly. Now I'm going to be adding half of the saffron milk. Drizzle them in and around the biryani. And then we are going to repeat the whole layering process once again with the remaining ingredients. Rice, spread evenly. Gravy, spread evenly. Mint leaves and coriander leaves, spread evenly. Caramelized onions, spread evenly. The saffron milk. And finally, the nuts and raisins, spread evenly again. We are now going to cook the biryani on dum, that is, we're going to slow cook it on low flame for 15 minutes. Before we do this, I'm going to cover this cooker with a piece of foil. A piece of banana leaf also works equally well in this. Now that I have covered this with a piece of foil, I'm going to cover it with the cooker lid with the gasket on and I'm going to place it on a thick iron tawa which has been heated for about 5 to 6 minutes. We are not going to cook this on direct flame, but we are going to rely on the tawa to conduct the heat to the pressure cooker for enabling slow cooking or dum cooking. Now close this and I'm going to place this on the preheated tawa. Do not use a non-stick pan or a non-stick tawa for this. There's a high chance that your biryani may burn in case you use a non-stick pan or a tawa. Now that I've done this, I'm placing a mortar and pestle and we're going to cook it for 15 minutes on low flame. The lowest flame setting possible. After that, I'm going to remove the mortar and pestle and then we are going to open the cooker and see how our mushroom dum biryani has turned out. Let's open this. The smell is amazing, simply amazing, my dear friends. You have to try this wonderful mushroom dum biryani. Now let's remove the foil. And then to mix the biryani today, I'm going to be using a wooden ladle and a fork. Do not use a steel ladle because the grains will not be separate and they will break very quickly. So a fork and a wooden ladle is the best way to mix biryani, any kind of dum biryani that is. Now see how lovely it looks. The rice is completely cooked, cooked to perfection, and the layers are like looking absolutely brilliant. Now come on, let's toss this with a fork and a wooden ladle. Can you see the beautiful layers that has been incorporated so well? And the biryani looks so inviting, piping hot. I'm going to serve this up with some onion raita today, but you can also make some nice gravy like the brinjal biryani gravy or some nice mirchi ka salan. Even that would make a fantastic accompaniment to the mushroom dum biryani. So that's it, my dear friends. The mushroom dum biryani is ready. I hope you all try this, and in case you do try this, please share a picture with us on Instagram. Happy eating mushroom dum biryani, friends. Meet you all with another recipe very soon. Take care and bye-bye.